Has Antonio Conte's agent spoken to Arsenal? As Mikel Arteta's Arsenal future looks uncertain day by day, could Arsenal turn to ex-Chelsea manager Antonio Conte? We'll find out today what Fabrizio Romano has been saying. Has Thomas Partey also returned to training? And is Aaron Ramsdale set to start versus Norwich? Let's find out in the latest Arsenal news today. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Babs14. I took 2 days off, but your boy is back again. And so make sure to go down there. And so as per, smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, because we are still on the road to 60,000 subscribers. But getting into the Arsenal news and starting off with one Antonio Conte. In terms of right now, Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta had so much pressure on his shoulders. Many fans have given up on the current Arsenal manager. And so when you have a world-class and available manager like Antonio Conte on the market, it only makes sense why Arsenal fans want to bring him to the Emirates Stadium. But in terms of Arsenal, what are they saying behind the scenes? Well, according to Gabriele Marcotti on ESPN today, several people have suggested that Arsenal have been approached by intermediaries about the appointment of Antonio Conte, who wants to get back into the game. The Premier League has a ton of appeal, especially a big London club like Arsenal. So according to Gabriele Marcotti, intermediaries aka agents have contacted Arsenal on behalf of Antonio Conte. Now, by no means does this confirm this deal is done by any means and he's coming to Arsenal tomorrow. But most importantly, if the intermediaries have contacted Arsenal, it must confirm that Conte has some sort of interest in Arsenal at the same time. Now, Conte himself has already said no to Nando's FC, aka Tottenham Hotspur, and it's because of that why many fans have thought, why would he want to come to Arsenal when he don't want to go to Tottenham? But are you guys forgetting that's Tottenham, that's Nando's, we are gargantuan and a massive institution. And so one can only assume becoming the manager that makes Arsenal great again, that really pushes Arsenal back to the top, that could be a selling point to Antonio Conte and something of interest. But then saying that Fabrizio Romano says there is absolutely no pre-agreement between Antonio Conte and Arsenal. Conte has no verbal or pre-agreements with any clubs he is free. Federico Pastorello, agent close to Conte since years, confirms rumours about Arsenal pre-deal are not true. So a lot of fans have taken to that and almost said, look, that's confirmed, Conte is not coming to Arsenal. But at the same time, all the agent has said is that there's no pre-contractual agreement, but he has neither confirmed or denied that Arsenal have spoken, and the fact that Conte has no interest in the club whatsoever. And so the fact that he hasn't denied that and said that Arsenal don't want him or Conte doesn't want Arsenal could be some sort of indication, so take it how you will. This video has been kindly sponsored by OneFootball. OneFootball is the app when it comes to staying up to date with the world of football and all the breaking news, whether it's transfer news for your club or any of the biggest transfer across the world. The app will also give you breaking alerts for any breaking news regarding your football club, as well as lineups, goal alerts, and all the live match updates. And the best thing about it is the app is available for the price of absolutely nothing. That is right, you can download the OneFootball app for free. So hit the link down below in the description, download the OneFootball app. Not only do you guys get a fantastic product in return, but you'd also be massively helping your boys' channel out as well. Now here is what your boy thinks is going to happen. I think Mikel Arteta will be given 4 games before the next international break to survive. And those games of course are Norwich, Burnley, Tottenham and Brighton. If he can't get around 9 or 10 points out of 12 there, with the next international break looming and the pressure on the shoulders, I could see Arsenal sacking Mikel Arteta. But the fact that he's now got his players back from injury and players he signed are available to play, I believe Mikel Arteta will still be given those 4 games regardless of whatever happens. But only if things don't go to plan and Arsenal sack Mikel Arteta. That is the only time I see Arsenal making a move for Antonio Conte, but it is then down to Arsenal and Conte to decide whether they can agree on personal terms, because I'm sure that Conte will have a lot of demands behind the scenes, and then it's down to Arsenal whether they want to accept or decline. But as of today and right now, I don't see Conte at Arsenal unless Mikel Arteta gets sacked, and only then can things go down. But what's your thoughts on the ex-Chelsea and Inter Milan manager? And if you were given the opportunity, would you take Antonio Conte at Arsenal Football Club? Of course, only if Mikel Arteta is sacked. Arsenal's director Edu Gasper to Sky about pressure for him and Arteta. I respect all the pressure, I understand the fans, I understand the reason and I accept that. But we will need a bit of time to do what we plan to do. This is a reality, we are working for the future too. So in an exclusive interview, Edu Gasper has asked for patience from the Arsenal fans, the fact that he understands the pressure, but they are going to need time to get things right. But the fact that Arsenal have lost their opening 3 games of the Premier League season, patience, my friend Edu, is running on a thin for us Arsenal fans. In the same interview, he also says, why are a few clubs around the Premier League just signing 1 or 2 players? It's because they already have the foundations. They already have the team prepared. I'm sorry, but the reality is we don't. Now you have to create, and this is a reality. This was in response to Arsenal signing 6 players and spending over £150 million on those players. And you know what, while I understand where Edu Gasper is kind of coming from with his points, at the same time, my friend, you've had 2 years to work at Arsenal Football Club. So what I need to understand is, what have you been working on behind the scenes, and what have you guys been building? I can kind of see what Arsenal are trying to somewhat do now, but at the same time, Edu, you've had 2 years of Arsenal and signing players like Willian on massive wages. Under your regime, you have to also be held accountable. But in the same interview, he also kind of has confirmed that in the next few windows, if he is still here, we're only going to sign 1 or 2 more players. And essentially what he's trying to get at is the fact that he believes Arsenal now have the foundations in place to build a proper team, and now Arsenal only focus on world-class signings only. If that is true, we're going to have to wait and see. But on Mr. Gasper himself, what do you guys think? Having seen the last 2 transfer windows under his regime, are you for keeping Edu Gasper, or dare I say, is it time to go? Let's discuss down below in the comments. Moving on, let's discuss Thomas Partey. The Ghanaian excellence thus far has been missing this season, having picked up an ankle injury during pre-season. But today, my friends, it's confirmed that Thomas Partey is back in training for Arsenal Football Club, as you can see from this picture. This is a boost, and a much needed boost for Arsenal and Mikel Arteta, because of course Thomas Partey is a massive part of their plans and our team in general. Arsenal spent £50 million on a player last summer from Atletico Madrid, and he was our marquee signing, and while thus far we have seen some glimpses of his real quality, overall I have to say Thomas Partey has not hit the heights that we know he can hit and hopefully does hit. But now that he is back in training, I expect to see him fit and available and starting potentially against Norwich in a week's time. But in terms of the player himself, what do you guys expect from Thomas Partey in this season? In terms of your boy, having seen Thomas in pre-season, if I see more of that Thomas, then we are cooking. Keeping it on the midfielders, Aidan J. Wood says, I am told there remains long-standing interest in Brighton's Yves Bissouma from several clubs including Man United, Arsenal and Liverpool. Bissouma, who has 2 years left on his current deal, is happy on the south coast, but one that could be revisited in January. Yves Bissouma to Arsenal, the transfer that everyone wants to happen, but no one wants to make it happen. According to the Brighton correspondent, Arsenal still have interest in the player, and in terms of the report himself, he was pretty reliable in the summer when it came to Ben White, of course ex-Brighton also. But even though Arsenal might be admirers of the player, thus far they have not made a single bid or a move for him. I only see Arsenal making a move for Bissouma if we sell Xhaka, but as we saw in the summer, Arsenal rather wanted Manuel Locatelli and Ruben Neves. In terms of your boy, I have made it no secret, I am a massive fan of Yves Bissouma, and I would love to see him at Arsenal Football Club, but that is just your boy's opinion, and the opinion that matters the most is of Arsenal Football Clubs. But what do you guys make of Yves Bissouma, and would you make a move for him in the summer, or potentially dare I say in January? According to Football 365, Arsenal plan to add a deep line midfielder and a striker in the January transfer window. Now, as much as I love to see this happen personally, I don't buy this report for a single second, because of course those would both be expensive signings, and Arsenal never make expensive signings in January unless we sell any players, which I don't see happening. But in terms of next summer transfer window, I think Arsenal will look to address both positions, and so I'm going to throw it to you guys down below in the comments, what deep line midfielder and centre forward do you guys want to see Arsenal ideally sign in whatever transfer window in the future? According to Alan Nixon, Arsenal face a massive loss on striker Eddie Nketiah. Nketiah is stalling on a new contract and can sign for a foreign club in January, leaving the Gunners without a fee. Now this is only the case if Nketiah goes abroad. Let's just say he was to stay in England, Arsenal would then be obliged to get some sort of compensation fee, as the laws state in the UK on free transfers under a certain age. And that is why Arsenal must be hoping that Eddie stays in England, but at the same time there was an unnamed German club that also wanted to sign a striker in the summer and made bids for him. It is now down to Eddie Nketiah whether he wants to give Arsenal some money or go to abroad and secure the bag for himself. As per on young Eddie, we're gonna have to wait and see. I'm hoping for a cheeky little compensation fee. Okay then, moving on to the other Arsenal news today, and starting off with young Bukayo Saka, our star boy is at it again, as Bukayo scored a goal and provided 2 assists as England beat Andorra 4-0 at Wembley. What a way to celebrate your birthday. Our star boy shining on the world stage on his birthday, getting the goals for his country is things you love to see. And another thing that you love to see is the fact that Bukayo Saka was voted the England player of the match. Let me hit you guys with the stats. Bukayo Saka has started 8 games for England so far in his career, and in 4 of those games Bukayo Saka has won the man of the match award. That means for 50% of Bukayo Saka's England starts, he's been the best player on the pitch. And that, my friends, is also something you love to see. According to Alan Nixon, Aaron Ramsdale has told his friends he thinks Mikel Arteta will turn to him for Saturday's Norwich match following Bert Leno's beating at Manchester City last weekend. Now yes, Arsenal did concede 5 goals versus Man City, and yeah, Leno wasn't the best when it came to playing out of the back, but at the same time I can't blame Leno for the goals that Arsenal conceded, and some people could also argue if it wasn't for Leno in goal and his saves, it could have been 6 or 7. In terms of my opinion, I can see Ramsdale starting on Saturday. Not saying he's a better goalkeeper than Leno, but when it comes to playing on the back, you can see Ramsdale is a better keeper with his feet. But what do you guys think? Would you start Ramsdale or would you start Leno on Saturday against Norwich? As you guys can see from this photo, Ben White and Gabriel both in training today also. So you can now add Gabriel and Ben White to Thomas Partey, all players now available to Mikel Arteta. And with those massive boosts comes massive pressure on the manager's shoulders. And so going into the Norwich game, it is a must win, it is a banker. If Arsenal don't dare beat Norwich City at home, I just don't think Mikel Arteta can survive that with all the players back, available and ready for selection. It is now in the hands of Mikel Arteta. Let's see if you can survive the pressure. But that is the video. If you guys have enjoyed, smash a like on it, and also do subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. If you want to follow your boy on them social medias, then the links will be down below in the description. But that was the latest Arsenal news today. Mikel Arteta, you are still under pressure, and if you don't succeed, Antonio Conte is waiting and he is available. But until then guys, I will see you soon in a bit.